Imagine the metallic tang of blood in your mouth, the echo of false laughter fading into the damp chill of a forgotten abyss, much like Julius Caesar on the Ides of March, surrounded by trusted senators whose daggers revealed the fragility of loyalty. Or picture the hollow ache of Achilles, betrayed by his own heel, a vulnerability exploited in the heat of Trojan fury. In Episode 7 of my gift LVL 99.99 Unlimited Gacha, Backstabbed in a Backwater Dungeon, I'm Out for Revenge, released on November 14, 2025, we plunge into that primal wound of treachery, where hope curdles into vengeance. As the series hurtles through its mid-season arc, building on Light's transformation from discarded weakling to gacha-wielding overlord, this installment strikes like a thunderclap, raw, unforgiving, and laced with whispers of a larger doom. I was left breathless, heart pounding as if I stood in that shadowy dungeon myself, the air thick with the scent of damp earth and impending reckoning. But what lingers isn't just the thrill, it's the gnawing question. When does revenge heal and when does it devour? You feel it creeping under your skin, don't you? That itch to uncover the full truth, to witness the storm's eye. Yet I won't hand it to you. No, this episode demands your presence, your pulse racing alongside Light's, to grasp why some scars never fade, building seamlessly from Episode X's tense alliances and simmering resentments, where Light's gacha summons hinted at unbreakable bonds amid growing racial tensions. This chapter propels us into the heart of retribution. Picture the slow burn of a historical uprising, like the spark of the Boston Tea Party igniting colonial fury, or the quiet rage of Spartacus against Roman chains. Here, Light confronts two of his former comrades, Kaido and Yanaak, in a descent that mirrors Dante's Inferno, layer by layer stripping away illusions. Their pleas ring hollow against the backdrop of the abyss, a place where echoes of past sins amplify like the whales in Edgar Allan Poe's Pit. Without unveiling every twist, know this: revelations about a grand conspiracy emerge, shifting the narrative from personal vendetta to a world-shaking conflict. The episode closes on a precipice, much like the cliffhanger in The Empire Strikes Back, where Vader's whisper reshapes everything, leaving you dangling, heart in throat, wondering if Light's path leads to salvation or oblivion. I sat there, fists clenched as if gripping the edge myself, the screen's glow pulling me in deeper. But why spoil the descent? Imagine the weight of unspoken answers pressing on your chest. Only watching will lift it, revealing if justice tastes sweet or turns to ash in your mouth. This episode masterfully accelerates the revenge arc, transforming isolated betrayals into a tapestry of systemic oppression, akin to how the Matrix unveils the illusion of control. Key revelations peel back layers on the racial alliance's motives, with plot twists that hit like the Red Wedding in Game of Thrones, sudden, visceral, and irreversible. Pacing is a relentless torrent, balancing high-stakes confrontations with quieter reflections, though it occasionally rushes emotional beats for dramatic punch. A major cliffhanger dangles the threat of masters, enigmatic figures prophesied to upend the world order. Fan forums buzz with confusion here. Who are these masters, and why the genocidal hunt? Drawing from the light novel by Fusei, volumes 2 to 3, corresponding to this arc, masters are rare humans with god-tier potential, summoned or gifted in ways that terrify non-human races. The Alliance, a coalition of elves, dwarves, and beasts, preemptively banishes them to the dungeon's depths, fearing a repeat of ancient cataclysms where masters toppled empires. In the manga, chapters 15 to 18, this cloudy aspect clarifies Kaido and Yanaak's actions. They weren't mere opportunists but pawns in a racial purge, ordered to eliminate Light as a suspected master despite his seemingly useless gift. This context enriches the anime's ambiguity, showing how prejudice festers like the historical witch hunts of Salem, where fear justified atrocity. Without this lens, the episode's opacity might frustrate. With it, it becomes a profound critique of inherited hatred. Light evolves from wide-eyed victim to a chilling architect of fate, his psyche a storm of suppressed fury and fleeting mercy, reminding me of Hamlet's tormented soliloquies, where vengeance wars with conscience. His interactions expose hidden wounds, the betrayal's scar tissue, motivations rooted in survival's brutal math, and a transformative growth that surprises even him. Kaido and Yanaak, once allies, reveal craven depths, their choices consistent with cowardice yet shocking in their pettiness. Sasha, the elf queen glimpsed in scheming shadows, embodies cold ambition, her dialogue hinting at deeper insecurities. Were their arcs surprising? Absolutely. Light's momentary hesitation, a crack in his armor, humanizes him, much like Walter White's rare vulnerabilities in Breaking Bad. You feel it, don't you? That pull into their minds, as if you're whispering doubts in their ears, urging them toward the brink. Power's double-edged blade slices deep here, questioning if absolute strength corrupts absolutely, echoing Nietzsche's abyss gazing back. Morality blurs in the fog of sacrifice. Is revenge justice, or merely despair's echo? Survival pits hope hope against racial despair, manifesting in Light's gacha summons, symbols of chance's cruelty, like life's lottery where the oppressed flip the table. These aren't abstract, they throb in characters' choices, from Light's calculated cruelty to Sasha's genocidal brunch, evoking real-world echoes of colonial conquests where superior races justified erasure. New lore on the racial pact enriches the Isekai canvas, complicating it with historical pacts and prophecies, much like the intricate alliances in Lord of the Rings. It adds tension, revealing a universe where humans are perpetual underdogs, their gifts both blessing and curse. The script is sharp as a guillotine, poetic in its venom, lines like please echoing in the void carry weight, foreshadowing doom with the subtlety of Shakespeare's asides. Some veer cliché, but impactful retorts resonate long after, like the sting of Mark Antony's Friends, Roman speech inciting riots in your soul. Imagine the words wrapping around you, cold as dungeon stone, teasing secrets you crave to unravel. Animation by J.C. Staff pulses with fluidity, especially in the abyss sequences. Shadows writhe like living entities, colors desaturated to grays and crimsons symbolizing lost innocence and spilled blood. Lighting carves faces into masks of agony, stillness amplifying dread before explosive movement shatters the frame. Direction employs dizzying angles, low shots making betrayers loom monstrous, then flipping to empower Light, mirroring his ascent like Kurosawa's dynamic compositions in Seven Samurai. Editing rhythms build like a heartbeat, slow for introspection, frantic for clashes, amplifying tension as if you're trapped in the fray. The soundtrack haunts like a phantom chorus, motifs of dissonant strings swelling during torture, evoking the eerie silence before a storm in Jaws. Crescendos burn into memory, silence roaring louder in reflective pauses, underscoring isolation's terror. Voice acting sears. Light Cu delivers a timbre laced with ice and tremor, embodying a soul fractured yet unyielding. Think Tom Hardy's gravelly intensity in The Revenant. Supporting performances tremble with authentic fear, pulling you into their despair as if their cries echo in your own chest. This episode gutted me. Satisfaction mingled with melancholy, like the bittersweet triumph in Gladiator's arena, where victory tastes of dust and loss. Moments of raw confrontation left scars. A collision of destinies where hope fractures, shifting paradigms in a heartbeat. Provokes universal queries: what price for power? Can betrayal forge unbreakable will, or merely endless cycles? I felt the weight, as if carrying Light's burdens, the air heavy with unspoken regrets. You know that pull, right? The one drawing you closer, whispering that true understanding lies just beyond the screen. Employing a reverse lens, the episode's potential flaws, rushed pacing, opaque lore reframe as deliberate choices. The velocity mirrors vengeance's inexorable rush, like a historical blitzkrieg overwhelming foes. Complexity invites rewatches, though it risks alienating casual viewers. Measured critique. While dialogue occasionally dips into trope territory, it serves the genre's cathartic core. Overall, a balanced blade sharp where it counts. Episode 7 excels in visceral storytelling and thematic depth, though minor pacing hitches temper its perfection. It triumphs in compelling immersion, advancing the saga with unyielding momentum. Yet, as the credits fade, a poetic whisper lingers. What if your own betrayals hid worlds of conspiracy? What empires might crumble at your touch? Watching isn't choice, it's destiny. The next breath in a tale that mirrors your hidden storms. Dive in. The shadows await, promising